You check your phone. Nothing. You check it again. Still nothing. Your heart is beating a little faster than it should be for a device sitting on a table. That feeling isn't really about the phone. It's about something your brain has been doing for 2 million years. And the real answer is far stranger than boredom or habit. Your nervous system was not built for notifications. It was built for teeth in the grass. Somewhere between 1 and 2 million years ago, your ancestors lived on the open savannas of East Africa. Tall grass, long horizons, predators that could kill in 3 seconds flat. A leopard doesn't announce itself. It waits. So the humans who survived long enough to have children were not the calmest ones. They were the ones who flinched first, who scanned the trillion out of habit. That instinct saved lives. Thousands of times, across thousands of generations, it was the difference between eating dinner and being dinner. You inherited that circuitry, every part of it. Deep in your skull sits a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping exactly what this structure does, and what he found reshaped how scientists understand fear itself. The amygdala doesn't wait for you to think. It reacts before conscious thought even has a chance to weigh in. A shape in the grass, a sudden sound. It flags a threat in a fraction of a second, and your body responds before your mind catches up. This is not a flaw in the system. This is the system working exactly as designed. But here's where it gets strange. The amygdala can't tell the difference between a leopard and a Slack notification. Psychologist Arne Oman ran experiments in the 1990s that revealed something unsettling about this ancient alarm. He showed people images of flowers, mushrooms, and snakes, flashed quickly on a screen. The snake images triggered a faster, stronger physical response, even when people consciously knew there was no danger. Oman's conclusion was simple. Your brain isn't reacting to what's dangerous today. It's reacting to what was dangerous for 99,000 years before today. Evolution moves in geological time. Technology moves in product cycles. The gap between those two speeds is where your anxiety lives. Think about what a typical day asked of a hunter-gatherer. Find food. Avoid predators. Maintain a handful of close relationships. That's it. That was the entire cognitive workload. Now think about your actual day. Dozens of unread messages. A boss who hasn't replied. A red notification that means something, but you're not sure what. None of these things can kill you, but your amygdala doesn't know that. It treats an unanswered text with the same machinery that once treated a rustling bush, because uncertainty itself has always been the threat. This isn't only about danger, either. It's about groups. For most of human history, exclusion from the group was a death sentence. A lone human on the savannah did not last long. Evolutionary psychiatrist Randolph Ness has argued that many emotions we now label as disorders were originally finely tuned survival tools. Social anxiety, in his framework, isn't a malfunction. It's an ancient alarm bell for being cast out of the tribe. When you feel a hot flush of embarrassment after a mistake, you're not overreacting. You're running software installed for a world where the tribe's approval was your only insurance policy. So why does it feel worse now, in a world that's statistically safer than ever? Because your ancestors' alarm system was calibrated for a handful of threats per week. You now live in a world that manufactures hundreds of potential threats per hour. Your amygdala isn't broken. It's simply never been asked to work this hard, this constantly. Researcher Robert Sapolsky, who studied stress in wild baboon populations, found that chronic low-level stress can be just as damaging as a single acute danger. A zebra's stress response spikes for the 90 seconds it's being chased by a lion, then drops back to baseline the moment it escapes. Your stress response rarely drops back to baseline at all. It just gets nudged upward, again and again, by things no lion would ever recognize as threats. Here's the twist. This ancient system isn't a flaw to be fixed. It's proof of how well evolution did its job. The same hypervigilance that makes you anxious about an unread message is the exact trait that kept your ancestors alive long enough to have children. You are, quite literally, descended from the warriors. The relaxed ones tended not to pass on their genes. So every uncomfortable spike of modern anxiety is a kind of inheritance. A message from a very old ancestor, still trying to keep you safe using tools built for a world that no longer exists. Understanding this doesn't make the anxiety disappear, but it changes what it means. The next time your chest tightens over something that logically shouldn't matter, you're not malfunctioning. You're running an ancient, battle-tested survival program on hardware it was never designed to run. It's not entirely wrong to be cautious. It's just aiming that caution at the wrong century. Tonight, you'll check your phone again. Your heart will beat a little faster than it should, for a device sitting on a table. But now you'll know something your ancestors never had the chance to learn about themselves. That feeling isn't weakness. It isn't a glitch. It's the oldest, most loyal alarm system you own. Still standing watch, still trying, after 2 million years, to keep you alive.